Hello, welcome to the first video for my guide. In this matchup I am playing Jayce versus Shen. Now in my guide I've listed that as a medium matchup because it's very dependent on what the Shen max is. Yeah, you can, if it becomes a difficult matchup or a farm first if he decides he wants to max his shield. If he wants to max his Q, then it becomes slightly easier because well actually no, he'll have more sustain that way, but he'll have less shield, so he won't be able to withstand your burst as much. That's what I'm trying to make.
Never look back.
Missed. Should have warded earlier actually, that was a mistake on my part. But there you go.
Powering up.
His life. Be careful because he probably wants to come round and set up a gank. That's what a lot of early junglers do. Early jungler. I think Zen just got his red smite stolen by Shen, which is very unfortunate for him because that means that he'll have less potential in lane or less potential to gank. So in terms of map presence, at least Shen has a bit of harass on him. As that brought him down to half health. That's a good trade for me, except it also isn't because he's got 9 pots and it's Shen, so shortly he's going to have all of that back and it costs me a mana pot, which normally I wouldn't have, but I was unfortunately late telling them I was trying to stop the video. I'm not pushing my friend, I was trying to see this. Alright, so I know a bunch of people like to get W at level 4, but I don't see the point in it because, especially against Shen, like rushes health, your E is a godsend because if he rushes Sunfire Cape, it does nothing about your magic damage from E, and he also does more damage because it's based on maximum health. See, I think he's maxing his shield, very unfortunate. Yeah, he's... I might be wrong actually, but because it is only level 4, yeah. He's only level 2.
Without fear.
This is also silvery, like he missed, I'm safe. I luckily saw Lee Sin, just see it was coming. So that managed to save me. The cat might be dead mid. She's okay. But yep, Shen has 7 pots still. That's unfortunate for me because it makes it very hard to poke him down. I'm not sure where Lee is. I was on SCS combat. Where's Lee? I have a feeling Lee might be coming from Try. Obviously I can't see that because I wooded river. It's not Lee on purple side. Yeah, there he is. Saw him. Very much wants to shut me down. I'm not entirely sure why, because it would be much better if he got Kha'Zix fed rather than Shen. Such is life.
I'm to enjoy this.
So in case you're curious, my runes, I can't stop that because I'm not there.
Our future will be bright.
That I should have followed him. I knew he was 6. Very dumb by me. Very dumb. At least you get to see my mistakes and what you can do. But in my defense, there was no way of knowing. I thought he was warding because he does still have that ward, but
I'm always ready.
should have followed anyway. I should just play that better. What's next?
Bring down the
Shen's
hammer.
gonna come back with more items, so I could do with going back shortly. And again, I don't need to. I've still got 3 health pods, though my ward has run out, and
Never
I've still
look
got a
back.
health pod.
Pave the way.
Just gonna push out the way a bit, gives me a free back. Yeah, he's rushing health. It's very irritating, but it's manageable because my... So first item you want to get is a tier. You always want to get a tier. And I'm just gonna rush my brew straight away
Never
because I
one
want to.
step.
Actually, I'm gonna pop red pots so I can get some mana pots. This will just let me harass him down some more. Without having to worry too much about mana because I'll be able to get
Pave the way.
Tears is a very cool item for Jayce. You always want that tier because that will just let you do whatever you want in terms of poking.
I will.
See, Shen still has 7 pots. It's very irritating, very irritating because it gives him a pot to spin, and then he's got Vorpal Blades on top of that. I'm out CSing him, but as Jayce, that's expected. That's what Jayce usually does, out CS. One, you're ranged, and 2, you have exceptional. I missed that, and I. So in the end, I still had to pop that. I don't. No, he was at 5 actually. That was a mistake by me actually.
Without fear.
But he wants to kill me. That's that much is self-evident. Really wants to kill me. I'm still not entirely sure why, because the rest of my team is doing what they want, and it's Lee Sin, and he hasn't gotten off an early game, so he's, unless he does something, makes a big play soon, he's not going to do much. It's unfortunate for him. Good for me. And I messed up there. That was a really bad combo there.
I'm always ready.
He's
First blood.
yep, Zin's out, and just made it out. It's very lucky of him. I got first blood, so that just shows the difference between
Never look
both
back.
between skill players, honestly. Like that Shen, yeah, that's bad for me actually. Get out now. There's Kazakhs. Kazakhs wants blood. It's revenge. I think they may be trading lanes. Actually, no, Kazakhs just wanted to try and pick me up. Alright. Now I've got my Brutalizer. Very good item. Very core as well as weak tier.
Pave the way.
Because Jayce can use all the stats he gives. It scales well with the armor pen that we have naturally, so now we're up to 27 flat penetration. Which means that even though he has that chain vest, he's only gaining a total of about 10 armor from it.
Has been slain.
See, our cat just cleaned up a kill bot. Unfortunately, Thresh did die. I need to start CSing some more because I'm just behind, not behind, but I'm not as ahead as I would like to be.
Never look back.
So I do have an advantage on him now, which is very good for me, because
An
despite
enemy
all
has
the
been
ganks that
slain.
Lee Sin did, I'm still...
Shut down.
See, that chunked him pretty hard.
Powering up.
I'm just going to use a mana pot here, just so I can sustain that guard. My ward hasn't run out, actually, I don't know what I'm doing here. I didn't use acceleration gate. That happens a few times actually. It's quite irritating. Randomly, the game decides it just doesn't want to use acceleration gate. Maybe that my curse is out range. So just be careful, I guess, with that. Make sure your curse is out range. Okay, once you get a sizable mana pool, it's very easy to poke. It's very easy.
Without fear.
I kind of need to be a bit careful though because I'm quickly running out of mana. So I'm starting to think that it may be better for me to actually just go in hammer form like this because of that, and it costs less mana for me.
Time to make a stand.
But then again, I also do get pretty fast off sometimes because I need to keep this push out. Zin wants to come dive, which means I need to push quickly. Okay, that was irritating. Stop. Oh my. Take a tower. I've done that. What is this? It's dead. No, Zin. Bad mistake. Zin. Way down. And will I be able to clean up? No, it's they backed off as unfortunate. If I'd flashed, I would have been able to stop him, but I didn't. And the creeps had just run out, so I couldn't just like run up to him like, as easy as I wanted
Time to make a stand.
to. So that was a really unfortunate timing for me, because it was like when I really didn't want that to happen. Like usually I should be able to stop Shen teleporting first. Unfortunately, I can't when he does it like that. So that Shen, he's quite good with that because he knows when he should be ulting, which is a very good quality to have when you're Shen. However, it's letting me poke down his tower exceptionally. I'm not sure if I want to take it yet though, because I would like to farm up some more. I do need that BF sword of mine. That's a very good item. Very good. You'll probably hear me say that a lot because the items that I've listed in my guide are very good for Jayce. They're all very good. But as you can see, how much damage my deck can do. Amazing. Oops, that was... Oh god, that was a terrible mistake actually. Hit the wrong thing. Now I'm in hammer form. Grab some CS. I'm just gonna hit things a few times, get my mana pull back up.
Pave the way.
Maybe go back to about 300 mana.
I will play up.
Oh, these sins here again. I'm dead actually. That was okay. I don't know why he waited so long.
An enemy has been slain.
It obviously helped him.
Double kill.
But this allowed our Quinn to go get a double kill, which I don't see very often. Quint, I'll be honest, not the greatest. Shen has teleport. Just letting my team know about what Shen has. It may be quite irritated if Shen just suddenly comes up like that. But he's also half HP, which means he can't do too much. I don't have any. Okay, my tears are about 300 mana. It's getting there slowly. Usually it would be stacking breaker, but I don't want to use my mana too much because Shen can just regen all back up. I am 17 CS in him. I've definitely pulled ahead, but that's mainly because I stayed in so long, and obviously it didn't work. But it also helps you see how how slippery Jayce is, because that was the first time I've died in about 5 games.
Never look back.
Cat's just almost killed Kha'Zix. I would have liked to actually come but get calm. Shen will have teleport now. Okay, he hasn't backed actually, that's... But this is also very risky. Oh, can't
Your
dive.
turret has been destroyed.
Can't dive in.
Eyes on the
See
horizon.
one? Yeah, okay, I need to push this up. Quinn needs to be down
enjoy
to
this.
the team. What she's doing, actually. I'm gonna just get this.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Actually, no, okay. Alright, no. That was... Yeah, they're all missing. Mistake. Mistake. Yeah, that's Kha'Zix as well.
Our future will be bright.
Don't know where the Lee Sin is, and he's been having a tendency this game to come top. So I was somewhat worried. Okay, no, I made him flash. Very good. Good trade for me. I burned nothing in exchange for his flash.
Face the future. Cannon engage.
So while it would have been nice to kill him, obviously I don't have to if I can just burn the flash. Okay, the blue is not up, I'm just checking.
Pave the way.
Might be able to get a nice steal on it. I'll hold mid for Katarina. Well, she's back. There you go, half HP, even though I missed. Okay, right, yep, bait out the Shen. There you go, that was a very good trade actually. Very good trade. Because I took the Shen. I also managed to pick him up.
An enemy
There you go.
has been slain.
Jayce is very good at doing that. Very good at doing that. Especially if people don't expect you to do that. Obviously, because Kha'Zix would have assumed that I was busy with Shen, and he didn't think I would just manage to pick him up like that. But evidently, I did. I'm gonna push the top out so that I can freely roam without having to worry about the tower. And I want to try and help Cat get mid tower, but I think she's going fine. Yeah, she's going tanky cat build, which isn't the best really.
Your
It
team
leaves her
has
quite weak
destroyed
in
a
terms of
turret.
damage up. She's really relying on the AoE and her base damage, which is fine. But as we get later into the game, she needs to pick up. Okay, the blue is up. I'm pretty sure they're getting it now though. There's no reason for me to be able to move free. There's blue. Big mistake by me, I can agree though. Okay, I should be out, yeah, I'm out. Okay. So what I was thinking actually is so bad. There's also another thing, Jayce's ult, very irritating in this regard, that it doesn't... Actually no, I'm not, because it's hard to kill. So I'm a liar.
Never look back.
Alright, so my next item that I want to buy is my Mirror Mana, or my Mana Immune, in this case because I don't have the tier for set. Mirror Mana is probably Jayce's most important item. Very strong. I made a detailed section about it, why it's so strong, and it's because Jayce's W. Late game, or early game, Jayce's W is probably his worst.
Your team has
nothing.
destroyed a turret.
It's 40% of your current AD, which is about 100. Maybe not even that, it's about 70. You get pretty much nothing from it. And it's only really effective at max rank, so for that reason I get it later in the game. People trying to pull me. I was very telegraphed. So I still could have died. If I wasn't.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
So like now I've got this, I go from doing 200 on my 50 on hit to about 300 something. Okay, now I'm gonna go get my mana rune. Let me stack it up easy. Also, as you noticed, I've kept my boots for a very long time. Because obviously with all this move speed bonus, you don't really need it. It's not important, or it's not really important to get boots too. Oh, dragon's up. Dragon's up very short. It's up now even, it's fine. Let's go down. They're doing it because we were not efficient. Actually, that's unfortunate. Get that for free. But we should be able to fight now. Yeah, this should be a very good fight. So as you can see, I went straight for the Kazakhs, who was jumping on our Quinn. That's always what you want to do. Nothing's more important than keeping your AD carry. Nothing's more important than that. Especially in this space, because our Quinn, well, actually no, our cat is the main fetch. But our Quinn is quite fetch. She's 5-1. She's got Layer and King and in fetch, so she's very good. So I get my ultimate next, and I've given reasons for it. I don't feel like it benefits him at all, really, because I've heard people say that the MR and armor reduction that it gives is very useful. I honestly haven't found it.
Legendary. An enemy has
I've
been
gone
slain.
fine along.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I've done fine with just using the skill. Alive, thank God. Very bad actually. Very bad trade. Probably should be alive. I'm just going back here. Yeah, they're not going to come out to me, so I'm quite safe. Next time I want to build is I could.
I'm always ready.
Not sure actually. I'll just get Black Weaver. It gives me health, gives me more MR, more armor shred.
Eyes on the horizon.
Last Whisper is also very acceptable. And as you can see, I've got the most CS in the game. Caitlyn's a very close second, but that's because obviously she's had much. Actually, no, can't really say that. But she's gone more free farm than I have, really.
Our future will be bright.
I mean, yes, I pushed down that. Let's just go. See, like, although our cat is 11-2, or is building full tank, she does heck damage. Very ridiculous.
Double kill. Rampage.
ideally you don't want them to keep them around. It's almost only exclusive with anything kind of something because it only really affects that other than your basic as you can see, it does a heck of a lot of damage. Alright, this is dangerous. Couldn't get the tower. Unfortunate, but you'll have to do.
I will light a path.
Missed. Daniel. I could not. Shen underestimated my damage and he
Legendary. Triple kill.
see our cap very fed. I'm at this point our team is very fed, I'm very fed, so I'm just getting my CD roots. My team is flaming them because 29 to 6 significantly in the game. It's just there's not much to say about it really. It's just easy. Generally. I don't want to see mean or potential sort, but it's just an easy game. Ibzen's being a bit of a dick. While my team goes there, I'm just going to push down mid. I'm fed, I could take I did a lot of damage to both of them.
Legendary. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed a turret. Dominating. The enemy has been slain. Double kill. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Unfortunately, that was just the game, but I hope you enjoy it,
Victory!
and I will hopefully show you